Good afternoon to all of you. Today we are going to study the cardiovascular system, that is the heart. Myself, Mr. Sachin Korde from KKV Institute of Pharmacy, Tanjore. Human heart is the cone-shaped organs around 300 gram in weight, situated near the middle of thoracic cavity, about diaphragm and between the lungs. This is the location of our heart, and we know that there is the fourth chamber of our heart, and the main functions of our heart is to pump the blood. This is the normal dimensions are as follows. Shape is conical, size is about 12 cm in length, breadth is about 9 cm, thickness is about 6 cm. Parts there are the four chambers, two atria, two ventricles. Covering is the pericardium. There are the three covering layers: pericardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Blood supply through the coronary circulation made up of cardiac muscles. Heart wall is composed of three layers of tissue. Pericardium. Heart is covered by the triple layer sac called pericardium. The outermost layer of the pericardium is a fibrous pericardium made up of dense irregular connective tissue. The fibrous nature of tissue prevents the outer distension. The heart and the holds it at the particular position. This is the functions of our pericardium outermost layer. The inner two membranes, which is the pericardiums, are made up of the serous membranes, and these serous membranes are responsible to secrete the fluid that is called as the pericardial fluid, which is secreted by the serous membranes, and it can be stored into these two membranes, and it can prevent the friction as well as provide the smooth movements between the two layers of the heart. With myocardium, this is the just below the endocardium and above the just below the pericardium and above the endocardium. This is made up of the cardiac muscle. The myocardium is the thin at the base of the heart and is thickest at the apex. Endocardium, it is the innermost layer of a cell. It is in contact with the blood within the cardiac chambers and is lined by the thin layer of cells known as the endothelial cell. It is continuous with the lining large blood vessels and the wall. General organization of heart. Human heart is actually the combination of pair of muscular pumps. Each pump is a functionally independent unit called the right heart and the left heart. The right heart consists of right atriums and the right ventricles, and there is the atrioventricular orifice, which is consists of a tricuspid valve, which is prevent the backflow of our blood. The left heart is consists of a left atrium, left ventricles, and there are the atrioventricular orifice, which can be prevented guarded by the mitral valve, which is the same function to prevent the backflow of our blood. This is the general organization: right heart, left heart, right atrium, right ventricles, left atrium, left ventricles. Wall of there are the four types of walls are present in our heart. First one is the atrioventricular valve. There are the two types of walls are present in. First one is the tricuspid valve, which is present in between the right atrium and right ventricle. Bicuspid valve, which is present in between the left atrium and left ventricles, and there are the aortic pulmonary valves, which is another valves. There are the two types. First one is the pulmonary valves, which is present in the right ventricles and the pulmonary arteries, that will prevent the backflow, and the aortic seminal valve, which is present in between the left ventricles and the aorta. This is the general flow of our blood within the heart. Superior inferior vena cava, which can carry the deoxygenated blood into the right atrium, then it comes into the right ventricle, then into the pulmonary artery, into the lung. There is the oxygenation will take place, and it comes into the left atrium, left ventricles, and throughout it will circulate to our body. Circulatory system: the deoxygenated blood from the heart is circulated throughout the body by means of the blood vessels located throughout the body. The blood vessels are hollow tube that circulated blood. There are the three varieties of blood vessels: arteries, veins, capillary. During the circulation, artery carry the blood away from the heart. Through the capillary, blood circulates smaller subunit of the body. This capillary further connected to the veins. It can bring the blood back to the heart. The average length of the blood vessels is around 1 lakh miles. Through the circulatory systems, oxygenated blood reaches to all parts of body, thereby supply the oxygen, nutrient to the and metabolic waste and the carbon dioxide carry back to the circulatory system. The basic unit of our circulatory system is the heart. The heart forms the oxygenated blood through the aorta. This aorta gradually divides the large number of arteries, which further divide a number of smaller arteries. Each smaller artery gives number of branches called arteries. Blood carry into the meta aorta and then connect into the capillary. These capillary further collect to the veins, and veins come back to the heart. Blood vessels are made up of three layers: tunica, adventitia, outermost layer, which is made up from the fibrous tissue and elastic tissue. Tunica media, it is the middle layer, which is made up of smooth muscle. Tunica interne, the innermost layer, which is made up of endothelium, elastic layer, arterial systems, and the venous system. These are the two circulatory systems. Arterial systems start from the aorta of the heart. Arch of aorta is divided into the three parts: the external carotid artery, which can supply the blood to the tongue, face, thyroid, scalp, dura mater. Internal carotid artery supply the blood to the nose, eyes, forehead, and the brain. Supply all lower limbs, and the downward controls of aorta is called thoracic, which can supply the blood to the chest region. The aorta is chest, the abdomen, it is referred to the abdominal Aorta, venous system through the body. The structure of veins is not similar. It differs from place to place. In most of the veins walls are present, particularly the veins coming from the lower limb possess the wall. These walls prevent the backward flow of the blood so as to supply the maximum blood to the heart. The vein collect the deoxygenated blood from all parts of body and return it to the right atrium through the superior and inferior vena cava. Thank you so much. Today we learned the general organizations of our heart as well as circulatory system. Thank you so much.